Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome you all in PIST Virtual Learning System Session 2020. Dear students, this lecture is for grade first year, subject Computer Science. We are on chapter number 7, Database Fundamentals, and this is our 45th video lecture. Dear students, today we are going to discuss entity relationship diagram ERD diagram ER model, then degree of relationship. In degree of relationship we will discuss unary relationship and binary relationship. So before starting entity relationship diagram, so first of all we will discuss what is an entity. So an entity in a ER diagram, it is a real world item, concept that can exist on its own. It may be an object with physical existence, person, house, or it may be an object with conceptual existence, company, job, university, and course. An entity type, define collection of entities that have same attribute. Entity type in a database is defined by its name and attribute. Entity instance is a single occurrence of an entity type. So entity type and entity sets define a collection or sets of entities that have the same attributes. Each entity type is described by its name and attributes. An entity set is the collection of all entities of particular entity type in the database at any point in time. Entity sets usually have the same name as entity type. So basically an entity in a ER diagram is a real world entity having properties called attributes, and every attribute is defined by its set of values called domain. So in entity relationship diagram, first of all, ER diagram or model defines the conceptual view of a database. It is made up of entities and association among them. At view level, the ER model is considered a good option for designing database. Any object, for example, entities, attributes of an entity, relationship sets, and attributes of relationship sets can be represented with the help of an ER diagram. ER model is best used for the conceptual design of database. So ER model is based on entities and their attributes and relationships among the entities. So in previous lectures, we have already discussed about entities and attributes. So here on your screen, you can view entities and attributes. So you can represent your entity with the help of the rectangle box, and you can represent the attribute with the oval shape, and then you can write the name of the column and the attribute inside this oval shape, and you can connect this attribute with the help of a single line. So this is called the entity and attribute, and you can represent your relationship with the help of a diamond shape. So it indicates that suppose we have two entity 1 and entity 2, and each entity have some attributes which you can represent with the help of the oval shape, and then you can connect both entities with the help of the relationship. So in previous lecture, we have already discussed that if you want to create the relationship, so you can create relationship with the help of the keys. So we can use the different keys. The most common and the most important key is the primary key and the foreign key. So with the help of the primary key and the foreign key, you can connect two entities with each other. So this is entity relationship diagram, ER diagram, and the important things are entities and their attributes, and then relationships, and you can create the relationship with the help of keys. An entity in an ER model is a real-world entity having properties called attribute. Every attribute is defined by its set of values and domain. For example, in a school database, a student is considered as an entity. Student has various attributes like roll number, name, age, class. Entities are represented by means of rectangles. Rectangles are named with the entity set they represent. In figure 7.9, you can view on your screen student, teacher, project, all these are entities. So here entity can be represented with the help of the rectangle shape. We have different types of entities: teacher, student, player, doctors, library, country, city. So all these are the examples of entities. Then we have attributes. Attributes are the properties of entities. Attributes are represented by the means of ellipse shape and the oval shape. Every ellipse represents one attribute and is directly connected to its entity rectangle. So here on your screen, you can view a diagram, the student entity and the attribute, roll number, name, and birth date of entity students. The primary key attribute is underlined, for example, roll number attribute. So you can view here the roll number is underlined. It means that it is a primary key. An attribute, it is an primary key. So attributes are the characteristics of an entity that are called attributes or properties. An entity may have many attributes. Attributes are used to define objects or entities. So in suppose student is one entity, and the roll number, name, and birth date and date of birth is attributes of the student. And suppose you have a teacher entity, and here the attributes are name, degree, appointment date, pay scale, nationality, telephone number. All these are attributes. And students, you must remember that always represent your attributes by oval and ellipse shape, and the name of the attribute is written inside the oval, as you can view on your screen. And the primary key must be underlined, like here roll number is your primary key. If you have teacher entity, so teacher ID is a primary key, so you must underline the primary key in this oval shape. Attribute are the properties that describe the entities. Attributes names are enclosed by ovals and connected to their entities by single line. Set of attributes values of a given attribute is a value set or domain. So here on your screen, we have one more example. Entity is employee and the attribute is SSN, salary, and birth date. So you can represent with the help of the oval shape. You can represent your attributes with the help of oval shape, and you can connect by simple line. An entity is described using a set of attributes. All entities in a given entity set have the same attributes. Our choice of attributes reflect the level of detail about the entities. For each attribute associated with an entity set, we must identify a domain of possible values. Domain associated with the attribute name of person might be the set of 20 character string. So properties of attributes of entity set, number of attributes must be settled. Attributes types are simple. Names of attributes are different and unique. The next is relationship. Database relationships are associations between tables that are created using join statement to retrieve data. Both tables can have only one record on each side of the relationship. Each primary key value relates to none or only one record in the related table. So relationship, the logical association among the entity is called a relationship. A logical connection between different entity is called a relationship. The logical association among the entity is called relationship. So the relationship indicates how the entities are connected or related to each other. The entities that participate in a relationship are called participants. The relationship may be between different entities or between an entity and itself. The entities are connected to each other in different ways. A relationship represented by a simple line that connects two entities. And you can use a diamond shape to represent the relationship. So here on your screen, we have three examples: customer, place, order. Customer is one entity, order is the second entity. So these are interlinked with the help of the relationship. So customer, places, order. One more example: employees is one entity and department is another entity, the second entity. So employee claims department. So this is a relationship between employee and department. Then one more example, teacher is one entity and the class is another entity. Teacher teaches class. So this is a relationship between teacher and class. Teacher teaches class. So all these are the types of the relationship. Customer places order, employees claims department, teacher teaches classes. So we have different types of relationship, like a book store orders books, and you can look book store sales books, bookstore returns books. So here we have different types of relationship. A teacher teaches students, doctor checks patients, examine patient, library have books. So all these are the examples of relationship which you can define with the help of ER diagram, entity relationship diagram. Degree of relationship. The number of participating entities in a relationship is known as the degree of relationship. It has two types. Degree of relationship means that the number of participants, the number of participating entities in a relationship is called a degree of the relationship. It has two types, unary relationship and the binary relationship. In a unary relationship, it exists one and association is maintained with a single entity. It is also known as recursive relationship. On your screen, you can view a diagram or a relation type of a unary relationship, machine operator. Machine operates by a machine operator. So you have one machine and it is operated by a machine operator. At one time, one person can operate one machine. Okay, so it is a recursive and unary relationship, type of a unary relationship. So machine operator is maintaining the recursive relationship, a unary relationship in which only one entity, machine operator, is used and the machine operator operates the machine. In binary relationship, um, it exists when two entities are associated with each other, is called the binary relationship. With each other through a relationship, or if there are two entities typed involved, like customer places order. Here we have two entities, customer and order. These two are entities, different entities, and they have a relationship between customer places order. In binary relationship, the association between two entity types may be described as one to one or one to many or many to many relationship. So these are basically the types of binary relationship. So in unary relationship, the example is citizen has passport. In unary relationship, we have citizen have passport. And in binary relationship, we have the different types of relationship, one to many, and many to many relationship. So in one to one relationship, connect one entity to one other entity, and one to many relationship connect one entity to one or many other entities, and many to many relationship connect many entities to many other entities. So here on your screen, you can view the examples of each type. One to one, car company have car model. So like one car company have one car model. And one to many relationship, one doctor checks many patient. Here is one to many relationship. Then many to many relationships, many students studies many subjects, and this is many to many relationship. So here on your screen, when only one instance of an entity is associated with the relationship, it is marked as one to one. and it reflects that only one instance of each entity show associated with the relationship. One to one, it is one to one relationship, entity, relationship, and entity. This is one to one relationship, means that it will return only one record at one time. Then one to many relationship, when more than one instance of any entity is associated with the relationship, it is marked as 1 to n and represent the many. It reflects that only one instance of entity that left and more than one instance of an entity on the right can be associated with the relationship. So here one to many relationship we have. Then many to many relationship. Many to many, when more than one instances of entity on the left and more than one instance of an entity on the right can be associated with the relationship. So here on your screen, you can view many to many relationship. So there are three types of relationship between the data you are likely to encounter at this stage in the design: one to one, one to many, and many to many relationship. So all these are the types of a binary relationship: one to one to many, and many to many relationship. To be able to identify these relationships, you need to examine the data and have an understanding of what business rules apply to the data and tables. So the first type is one to one. A row in a table can have only one matching row in a table B. Table A can have only one matching row in a table B, and vice versa. So here you can check employee first name, last name, pay ID. So pay ID, the pay is another entity. So here we have pay ID and hourly rate. This is not a common relationship type, as the data stored in the table B could just have easily been stored in a table A. However, there are some valid reasons for using this relationship type. A one-to-one relationship can be used for security purpose to divide a large table and various other specific purposes. So in one-to-one relationship type, the type of relationship is used when for each instance in the first entity class, there is only one instance in the second entity class, and for the each instance in second entity class, there is only one instance in the first entity class. Like the example, one more example you can view here: the chairman runs department, manager manages branch. So all these are the example of one-to-one relationship. Chairman runs department, so only one chairman can run one department at one time. Only one manager manages one branch at one time. So this is one-to-one relationship. One employee have one pay salary and the pay scale. So this is the example of the one-to-one relationship. The next is one to many or many to one. Sometimes we can call it many to one. This is the most common relationship type. In this type of relationship, a row in a table can have many matching rows in the table B, but a row in a table B can have only one matching row in a table A. One to many relationship can also be viewed as many to one relationship, depending on which way you look at it. In the above example, the customer table is the many and the city table is the one. Each customer can only be assigned one city. One city can be assigned to many customers. So here city is one entity, city ID and city name. Here we have a customer. So one city have many customers. One city have many customers. So in one to many relationship, this type of relationship is used when for each instance in the first entity class, there can be many instances in the second entity class. And for each instance in second entity class, there is only one instance in the first entity class. So we have some other examples, like college has many departments, employer employees, in many employ. One organization have many employees. One organization have many employees. So this is one to many relationship which we can have in one to many relationship. Then Many to many. In a many to many relationship, a row in a table A can have many matching rows in table B. A many to many relationship could be true of as two one to many relationships linked by an intermediary table. The intermediary table is a typical referred to as a junction table and also as a cross-reference table. This table is used to link the other two tables together. It does this by having two fields, the reference, the primary key of each of the two tables. So in many to many relationship, this type of the relationship is used when for each instance in the first entity class, there can be many instances in the second entity class, and for each instance in second entity class, there can be many instances in the first entity class. So here on your screen, you can view the customers, orders, and the products. The customers can place many orders, and there is a relationship between many to many. You can view the relationship between many to many. So here you can view in the order table, we have field called customer ID and another called product ID. The value that these fields contain should correspondent with a value in the corresponding field in the reference table. So any given value in the orders, customer ID should also exist in the customer and customer ID field. If this wasn't the case, then we could have orders for the customer that don't actually exist. We could also have orders for the products that don't exist. Not good differential integrity. So it means that it is dependent on each other. So customer, order, and products, and they can return many to many record. In a many to many relationship, a row in a table A can have many matching rows in a table B, and it can return the many records from the main table. So examples of the many to many relationship, there are some other examples of many to many relationship, like many student studies courses, many student studies many courses, and many readers reads many books. So here the many to many relationship, these are the examples of many to many relationship. Cardinality and modality. Cardinality and modality refer to the specify the business rules in a relationship. Cardinality refer to the maximum number of times an instance in one entity can be associated with instance in the related entity. An instance in a database is the actual content of the database at a particular point in time. Modality refer to the minimum number of times an instance in one entity can be associated with an instance in the related entity. Cardinality can be one or many, and the symbol is placed on the outside ends of the relationship line closest to the entity. Modality can be 1 or 0, and the symbol is placed on the relationship inside next to the cardinality symbol. When cardinality and modality are specified together in a relationship between entities. For cardinality of one, a straight line is drawn. For a cardinality of many, a foot with 3 toes is drawn. For a modality of one, a straight line is drawn, and for 0, a circle is drawn. Cardinality and modality are shown at both ends of the relationship line. So here on your screen, you can view cardinality is many and modality is 0. So here you can view the cross foot and the 0. The circle indicates the cardinality is many and the modality is 0. Cardinality is many and modality is 1. In the second example, cardinality is many and modality is 1. Then we have in the next example, cardinality is 1 and modality is also 1. Then we have cardinality is 1 and modality is 0. So these are the cardinalities and modalities which are used to represent the number of degrees between the relationship. So cardinalities, modalities and cardinalities basically of relationship is number of instances of entities at the two ends of the relationship. It is represented by 3 domain values, 0, 1 or many. It may be shown as a circle or a vertical line, and a crow feet at the end of the relationship lines or some other symbol. Sometimes it is represented as 0, 1 or n on relationship line. So here on your screen you can view the cardinality and modality, policy, claim, and here the product. So here cardinality and modality example is on your screen. So modality describe the relationship. It's a mandatory or optional. It is specify the minimum number of relationship. The relationship is called optional when the minimum number is 0. The symbol for optional relationship is 0. The relationship is called the mandatory when the minimum number is 1 or more. The symbol of mandatory relationship is the line. Okay, so indicate cardinality indicates the only one, only one policy, and the cardinality between the crow feet indicates the many. Here crow feet indicate that the many claims. Here we have many claims. Cardinality example. So each instance of A is interrelated to a minimum of 0 and a maximum of one instance of B. Each instance of B is in the second example, each instance of B is related to minimum of 1 and a maximum of one instance of A. And in the third example, each instance of A is related to a minimum of 1 and maximum of many instances of B. So in the fourth example, each instance of B is related to a minimum of 0 and a maximum of many instances of A. So these are the cardinality and modality which are used to specify the business rule in the relationship. So cardinality refers the maximum number of times in an instance in one entity can be associated, and modality refers to the minimum number of times an instance in one entity can be associated. So we can draw the ER diagram of different entities and attributes with the help of the entity, with the help of the cardinality and modality. Suppose if we have the student and the seat. So cardinality, one student can fill a maximum of one seat, and one seat can be filled by a maximum of one student. So each side of the relationship has a cardinality of 1. And modality, the modality one side is also when a student must fill at least one seat, and one seat must be filled by at least one student. So here cardinality and optionality modality is 1-1. The relationship is 1-1. So thank you so much. Inshallah, in next lecture, we will continue this topic with the help of ER diagram, the graphical representation of your database. So with the help of ER diagram, we will continue this topic. Till then, Allah Hafiz.